Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. And I thought I would share a review of the new Pandora 2023 winter catalog with you, and then afterwards compare those same sections to the 2013 catalog. So we're going to see how Pandora has changed over the span of the last 10 years. And so as not to make this video too long, we're going to break this up a little bit. If you're interested in only the current catalog, I'm going to share it first. And then we'll journey back a decade to this catalog here. Also, I don't mean for this to be critical or judgy. I just thought it would be interesting to see how Pandora as a company has evolved, grown, and changed over the times. So starting with the current catalog here, the first page is your table of contents. So we're going to go right away to the charm bracelets. And let's take a look at what is available. So here's the artwork. And as you can see, they're leaning heavily into this new studded chain bracelet. And they now have it in all of the metal finishes. So we'll focus a little bit on what is new. So this Pandora Moments studded chain bracelet in 14 karat gold plated is new. Look at the price on that one, $265 in Canada. I think that's quite pricey. And we'll just flip through the pages here. And I'll give a quick look at all of the bracelets that are currently available. And there's quite a few of these T-bars. Pandora's kind of leaned into that design recently. And then we've got the heart clasps. And at the very bottom, we have two new bracelet designs in 14 karat rose gold plated and 14 karat gold plated. And it's just the plain heart clasp. And there are no clip stations on these. So if you do like to wear a plain bracelet, this is the one for you. The next two pages kind of finishes off their charm bracelets. You've got the more standard barrel clasp right there, although this one is solid 14 karat gold. And if you take a look at the price, you can see it reflects with the times that we are currently with the price of gold. And then we have some without the clip stations. The multi-snake chain, this more slimmer style of barrel clasp at the bottom, the crown O and the sparkling crown O, and again, no clip stations on these, and then at the very bottom, the infinity heart. And it continues. We have more charm bracelets here. We've got the sparkling heart clasp, the domed golden heart clasp. That is a beautiful bracelet. Highly recommend that one. The double wrap, I thought this one was going to be retired because I believe I saw it in a 50% off sale, but yet here it is in the catalog. The sparkling infinity heart clasp, then we have the paves. This cute little daisy flower clasp, I finally received that one. In the Pandora Moments Halo, the sparkling blue disc. And then on this page, we've got the asymmetric star. And here is a new bracelet clasp. This is the sparkling moon clasp. And it does have clip stations. And it looks like there's two little stars dangling from that moon. And it looks like it's a combination of blue and white CZs. Actually, looking at the description, it says man-made crystals and clear CZs. So we've got a combination of those two. And then we've got the family tree. That's a very pretty clasp. The heart infinity, the butterfly, the this moment slider bracelets are really good if you don't know the size of the person you're gifting. Next, we're moving on to the leather bracelets. So we've got the double wrap. This one here with the seashell clasp is a really pretty color. And then we've got the red with the 14 karat gold plated clasp. And then they experimented with the T-bar bracelet in leather. And then we just have the single strand leather on that side. Although if you see the price of that, that's $70 now. Next, we're going to come to the bangles. So we've got the open bangles, and then we have more of the mesh and the heart clasp. The standard Moments bangles, so that's at $80 now. And then it also comes in 14 karat gold. I quite enjoy it when Pandora puts extra photos and design ideas in their catalog. So here is their charm holders, and you can see how they're demonstrating it for us. So on this side here, we've got the small bag charm holder. It also comes with the heart clasp and in 14 karat gold plated. And then it also has the charm key ring. So you can see those demonstrated for us on the side. And I thought this was interesting that Pandora is putting earrings now as charm holders, so in the front section of the catalog, and they're demonstrating it again for us. So for the earrings that can also hold charms, we've got the double hoop and then the regular hoop earrings. And these three are new, the Pandora Moments small charm hoop earrings. So we've got the rose gold, the silver, and the 14 karat gold plated. And they're all pretty similar in price, although the silver is quite a bit cheaper. And then we've got the hearts right there. So you can see what it looks like with just putting one matching charm on each, or you can kind of mix it up a little bit. And then Pandora is also letting us know that you can customize your look and style by putting charms on their necklaces as well. So they're referring us to a page for that. But this here is a sample of what this charm holder over here is. And this is interesting. I haven't seen too many people show this in their collection. And now that I see that this is a new product, that's why I haven't seen it in too many people's collection. So it's the horseshoe charm pendant necklace. So it looks like one of those would kind of screw off or toggle off in a way that you can add different charms to this. Then you've got the T-bar necklace, and this looks like a lot like the O pendant. And then at the bottom here, we've got the small O pendant, the heart, and in rose gold. And that is everything for charm bracelets and charm holders. So next we're going to move on to the actual charms. So we're going to start with the clips. And we've got another photo here to show us different design possibilities. And Pandora mentions that clips help separate your charms into sections and balance your bracelet. So let's take a look at the clips that they're offering. This is the new clip, is the heart pattern clip, and it's $45 in Canada, and it is a fairly reasonable cost compared to some others that we have. It is comparable to this polished ribbons clip. I think they're kind of the same size, I believe. Anytime you add in some CZs, that's when it kind of drives the price up a little bit. So let's see if there's any other new clips in the catalog. And here's three newer ones on this side. I did see these in the store. They're quite petite. If you're looking for a small clip, these would definitely suit that. So they call it the bold studded clip charm, and in rose and in gold plated as well. And just moving down the page here. Some of these are silicone lined. I believe the ones that are silicone lined have the little asterisks there. And this is the final page of the clips. And this one here, as you can see, is a heart clip as well, but it's $70 because it has quite a lot of CZs involved. We've got clips that have little dangles, so that makes me happy to see. But the little asterisk means that it has a silicone grip inside, so it wouldn't be suitable for like a clip station bracelet. This one here is very pretty. It's $40, knotted hearts clip. I still don't have that one in my collection, but maybe one day. And Pandora is pretty clear that clip stations are designed to keep your clips without a silicone grip in place. But if you have a clip with the silicone grip, you can put it anywhere on your bracelet. Next is safety chains. And sometimes we complain that Pandora doesn't have a lot of safety chains to choose from. But going back and looking at some of the older catalogs, there is a nice selection here compared to previous years when they only had like 3 or 4 to choose from. This one here is the linked heart safety chain, the band of hearts, and then we have the 14 karat gold safety chain for $750 in Canada. So it's a pricey one. This wheat grain safety chain, I'm really surprised Pandora hasn't retired that one as yet. Then we've got the daisy, the heart family tree. This one is super pretty and it tends to sell out online quite fast. And then this one here with the little gold or rose gold heart that kind of dangles from it, Family Forever. And then I recently purchased this one in Canada's Thanksgiving sale, the triple blue stone, and it's really nice. I hope that Pandora in the future will alternate the colors of the crystals in this safety chain, like if they did pink and purples, and just kind of give us some variation on this one because it is a nice design. And then on this side here, we've got kind of like the clip station safety chains. And those are nice because then you can remove them and add them. And then right here, we've got pave with silver and pave with rose gold. This one is a clip, this one is not. And then it just kind of shows you how it works on a bracelet. And it says it gives you that extra layer of security for your charms. So now I'm going to move on to the Winter 2013 collection book. Right away, I can see that this collection book is quite a bit thicker compared to this one. And so the pages also seem to be a little bit thicker. And when you first open the book, you can see that it is a little bit damaged, my book. It looks like I got it wet at some point. Who knows what happened back in the day. But they give you some nice inspiration photo here. And then we have the table of contents. Isn't this a gorgeous picture? I love that shade that they used with that little bit of gold ribbon running through. It's such beautiful artwork. And then the first page is their philosophy. So let's take a look at that. And again, another beautiful photo. And I love the color of the pages here. So I'll let you kind of glance over their philosophy, but one thing I did find interesting is that this section here, that's hand finished and genuine, using 14 karat gold, sterling silver, and carefully selected gemstones, stones and pearls, we combine century-old craftsmanship with modern thinking and beautiful design. So Pandora's definitely kind of changed away from using 14 karat gold and the gemstones for sure. Also back in the day, Pandora used to do, like they call this their favorite section. So they used to design a bracelet, take a photo of it, and then show you what all the charms used are and their cost. And I really enjoyed it when they did that because I really enjoyed seeing other people's designs and even how Pandora's marketing, how they like to design with their charms as well. So I thought that this was really nice when they used to do this in their catalogs. And I kind of hope they come back to this one day. And then they give us some more Winter 2013 favorites. So this first one here, I think was, fall, and then winter. And here is a sampling of their design right there. So they're using some brighter blue, and then this one has the reds. So now you're getting an idea why this catalog is so much thicker, because look at all these beautiful photos that they give us. And they're giving us even more styling ideas here. So they're breaking it down for us. They said with their charms, choose between gold, silver, two-tone, Murano, and wood. Spacers, they tell us that spacers fill the small gaps in the bracelet, add color, and emphasize your favorite charms. And that is so true. Once you put a tiny little spacer on either side of a charm that you really want to feature, it does make that charm stand out so much more. Clips on threads will space your charms evenly, and then safety chains. And then this side of the catalog, it tells us about their charms and bracelets have more than 600 charms and clips, which can be combined with specially designed bracelets in precious metals, leather, fabric. All charms and bracelets are designed with combinations in mind. Now here is the biggest difference for me is the number of bracelets available in 2013 compared to the multiple pages of bracelets I shared with you in this catalog. So let's take a closer look at this. You've got the standard silver barrel clasp, and it gives different sizes and their prices. Then it also came in oxidized, the 14 karat gold clasp, and then the solid 14 karat gold. And I just want to quickly compare their standard barrel clasp bracelet. Back in the day it was $75 and now it's $80. So it has not gone up that much at all, $5 in 10 years. So they are keeping that very consistent. But let's now take a look at the gold. Let's compare an 18 centimeter bracelet right here. So it's $2,525 for 18 centimeter. And now let's see what it was 10 years ago. 18 centimeters was $1,800. So it has gone up significantly, their gold prices. And then on this side, do you remember this? The old lobster clasp bracelet. Those are so difficult to put on yourself. Like, it caused me nothing but grief. I do have one just more for sentimental purposes, but I could never myself put together a lobster clasp because it's such a tiny little clasp. And then when you have it full of charms, it was just really, really difficult to do up by yourself. And then here is their bangle. So their bangle was $75 back then, and just that plain little clasp right there. And then I also thought it was interesting to see their bracelet gift set. So they said that you had a charm of choice for $40, those two clips, and a regular bracelet. So $160 was their gift set. Pandora used to also do clip station bracelets. We've got the multi-strand and the 5 clip station. And these were $105 for the multi-strand. So it was quite a bit higher than the $70. The 5 clip station though was a little bit more reasonable in price at $85, but these are both discontinued. And then we've got the toggle with black cord. So this is Pandora's original toggle bracelet. It's $50 back in the day. And then we come to their leather bracelets. Do you see how they're doing braided now, but back then it was smooth? And they did have complaints about the smooth bracelet kind of cracking a little bit. So I think that's why they went with the braided. But we've got the different color options right there, and they're all triple wrap. And also interesting is Pandora says that they just introduced clip locks. So these little silicone rings right here, there's a limit of 2 per customer, and it allowed different clips to be put onto a bracelet. So these were the triple smooth leather bracelets, and then turning the page, you can see now we're coming into this single leather. They were $50 back then, a lot more color options available. And then we start getting into the double leather and a lot more color options again available. Another economical bracelet was the color cords, $25. So you've got the black, the gray, purple, pink, and this is the leather one. So that's fabric and leather right there. And leather was $30. And then on this side here, they did a multi-strand color cord. And what's interesting about these color cords is you can use the new reflections clips. They do tend to stay onto these as well. So it's kind of like a nice multi-purpose there. And that is it for bracelets. So as you can see, if you eliminate the leather bracelets, because Pandora had quite a bit of the leather back then, and eliminate these clip station bracelets, this is all we had available. I remember back in the day when Pandora first introduced a heart clasp versus the standard barrel clasp, how exciting that was, just to have that little bit of variety. But now we have this, and this is where Pandora has really focused a lot of their design energies, is how many different clasps and versions of charm bracelets we have in comparison to 10 years ago. So next I'm going to show you the clips that were available. The plain silver clip was $30. These S clips for $35 were very popular. the Crazy clip for $45, and also the Flowers clip for $40. I think this first row right here, these clips stuck around a long time in Pandora's inventory. So now I'm just going to give you a quick glance at the other clips that they had back here. And they did experiment with different shapes. We had spheres, we had kind of the rock star with the little angled edges. And then we also started getting into some CZs. Pandora never had a lot of CZ clips, but they just started getting into it here. And then we've got the double clips. Those were fun, especially used on a leather bracelet. We're on our third page of clips, and here is the night and day clip. This one is really nice, but lots of variety. A few now two tones coming up. The Lazy Daisy is really pretty. The Braided Heart, Friendship Flower. And then on this side, we're getting into the dangle clips, the Dogwoods with pearls. The Mi Amor, look at you guys, $65, and now it sells for like double or triple that. And then we've got that nice golden butterfly, Heart of Hearts, the lace flower. And this was the new clip introduced back then, the Winter Wonderland. Isn't that a gorgeous design? So next we're going to talk about safety chains. So currently we have 12 safety chains available. And 10 years ago, there was only 6. So there was not a lot of selection. This Raindrop safety chain and the Daisy. The Daisy was super popular. I think a lot of people have that one. The Dreamer with clips. This one actually sells pre-loved really well. Not a lot of people chose that one for some reason. I guess just because of the extra price difference, the 50 to 85. And then we have the Love Connection, that row of hearts. This two-tone safety chain was quite popular. It was 140 back then. And I see this one way more often than the bouquet clip. And the bouquet was really nice. It had little gold centers of flowers there. It was a really nice detail clip. And that one was 165. And then they have their Daisy clasp opener for 50, and I love it. I have one of these and I absolutely love mine. And then we have some more artwork over here. So you can see Pandora really leaned into their Muranos and a nice little two-tone dangle. Now the next 2 pages was spacers, and Pandora no longer sells spacers. That category is completely left out because they just don't have any in their inventory any longer. But spacers to me are so important in a design. And the spacers were actually very cost effective for what they were. These were $25. This Floral Elegance was very popular, and it's a beautiful little design. The Open Heart was a little bit wider, and that was really nice as well. The Shooting Star, do you remember those? And then we've got some with CZs, and as soon as you add those CZs, look at the price difference there. And just to give you a few more, I remember these Trinity spacers. I never really went for those so much, but I remember they were popular. And then there's one more page on this side here. So they did those Trinity spacers in a whole bunch of different colors. These Floral Elegance, these were chunky. Like, to me, those are more regular charms versus a spacer, because they were so big in comparison. They're very similar to this Floral Elegance, but just ×3. This was the new spacer that was released, twice as nice. So it had 2 big stones, one on either side. And then we've got the Floral Vintage spacer. I think I just recently shared that with you. I've got this in purple and in the gold. This is a really nice Her Majesty spacer. This is a really nice option to kind of give a vintage look to a bracelet. And then we've got some two-tone here with this Seattle spacer. So it's got the 14 karat gold lines. So turning the page, we're coming into the charms. So we've got different charm categories, and then we have some inspiration photos right here. So that will be for another video. I think this is a long enough video to start with. And leave me a comment below. Let me know, are you going to enjoy this browse through the current and the old catalogs? Is this something that you're interested in? I always find it interesting to see how Pandora has kind of changed through the times. And I always enjoy kind of taking a deep dive and looking at the differences between the years. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.